It's Hope, the Internet INTJ, and I am back again with another exploration into Enneagram. Today I'm on the website The Art of Growth, and like all of these websites, of course, they're selling some sort of product or consultation, that sort of thing, but as an advantage of that, they will offer free tests. What I'm here for today is the instinct test. In previous videos, I discovered my Enneagram Type 5, and I am a 5-wing 6, the problem solver. So the investigator, the problem solver, sort of like a third component of Enneagram is often the instincts. I don't know exactly the theory or logic behind it, because I will be honest, I did not do the research in this case. I'm just here to take a test because I don't know if the Enneagram is really my bag. I mean, honestly, it does have a fair amount of accurate descriptions, sure, but maybe I'm just a really easy person to describe. I'm not as complex or magical or enigmatic as people want to paint me as. Yeah, I don't know, but I think instincts, it goes back to this idea of evolution, the base instincts, and how we build communities or we preserve our survival. But I guess we'll kind of suss it out and see a little bit. Helps you discover natural instinctual drives, dominant, secondary, and blind spots. So I guess they kind of rank them, which is interesting to have a test that ranks 3 different components. Stack reveals how you approach decision-making, relationships, and challenges. 3 to 10 minutes, hopefully that's true. And then they have a book that they're selling, which makes sense. So, hunter, farmer, and teamer. 20 questions, very good. Select one answer. I learn the best through hands-on experience rather than observing others. Usually I observe. I prefer to innovate rather than stick to established routines. Yes. I am comfortable taking calculated risks when I see potential. Yeah, when I see potential, for sure. Calculated risks, absolutely. Competing pushes me to reach my potential and succeed. Sometimes, but not always. I recognize opportunities others may overlook. I think so, but only because the opportunity might be really specific to myself. I'll say sometimes. I believe that innovation is essential for success. Yes. I am motivated by the pursuit of what hasn't been done before. Not necessarily. I'll say sometimes on that one. I focus on creating lasting growth rather than chasing rapid expansion. Yes, lasting growth, sustainability, that's important. I notice flaws or gaps in systems or processes and prefer to address them promptly. Yeah, I do. I am cautious and prefer to minimize risk in decision making. Yes. I prefer structured environments where routines are established. I'll say sometimes. I believe that managing resources today leads to sustainable outcomes tomorrow. Yeah. I trust that protecting what we already have is just as important as building for the future. To a certain extent. It depends on what we have, if it's serving the purpose it's supposed to be serving. I notice shifts in the group and respond to keep things on track. If we're talking about task-based things, oh yeah. I am motivated by the success of the entire team rather than individual achievements. That's tough. I guess I'm kind of in the middle of this one. I believe the most powerful asset one can have is their network. I think it's a very, very powerful asset. I think it's hard to achieve. And usually it's the network is through some sort of happenstance or nepotism. So I kind of have a bit of a negative view about it, but I do see it as one of the most powerful assets you can have, for sure. I believe the best solutions come from the collective efforts of the team. Yeah, but it depends on if the team is a well-synergized group of individuals who have expertise in, whatever their subject matter is. So maybe I'll say sometimes. I trust the connections with others lead to new opportunities and solutions. I do think that's true. It's hard to find the correct connections for that to work. I trust that the group's shared effort makes goals more achievable. I do think so. There's certain economies of scale, I would say. I believe that collaboration is the key to solving complex problems. I think that's true as well. You need different minds, different perspectives, different inputs, and different skills, and it can't all be just one person. Here is your instinctual stack. The top is dominant, shaping how you naturally engage. Okay, the teamer. Collaborative, connector, harmonizer. I guess this is the social one. Taking a broad view of the wider network of relationships to foster shared collaboration and collective success. Believe that meeting needs comes from bringing people together and aligning efforts towards shared goals. I do think it's important to align efforts towards shared goals, yes. Excel at navigating group dynamics. I don't know about that. Facilitating cooperation, hopefully. Ensuring everyone's strengths are put to good use. I think that's the most accurate version of it. Focus on interdependence and adaptability helps create harmony and drive progress. Success is built on collaboration, shared purpose, and the strength of the collective. Maybe. I mean, check your wording a little bit on that. The developmental or evolutionary term for this instinct is often called the social instinct. Okay. So if, as an INTJ, I seem to be a little bit more social or socially minded than the average INTJ, perhaps this is sort of identifying and digging into that. So farmer and then hunter. The farmer, okay, so we're looking at self-preservation. Cultivating stability, optimizing available resources. Meeting needs comes from careful planning, consistent effort, and building systems to support long-term success. Okay. Creating structures and routines. Nothing is wasted, everything has its purpose. Purpose-driven, patience for sure. Sense of order and reliability to environments. Okay. The hunter, excitement of the chase, promise of potential. The path forward lies in exploring new, undiscovered, trusting pursuit more than immediate resources around them. Skilled at spotting opportunities where others see obstacles. So this is probably extroverted intuition, extroverted sensing, right? Bold energy and determination to break through barriers. Natural innovators, inspiring others with vision and drive. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. So I think that makes sense. Okay, so they're actually fairly close together though. 27, 26, and 24. Those are all like very close. So that's interesting. I do kind of believe that this stack of prioritization makes sense for me. I don't see anything wrong with that. So here's what we know about me. And I hope you have kind of been following along with the Enneagram and doing this for yourself. Please comment below with what you are, what you have done. Follow the series, do the test, tell me about it. And tell me if you think it's accurate or correct, or if you're still kind of doubting it. Okay, so what we know about me, I am 5, the investigator, the head type. I am also a wing 6, the problem solver. A little bit spotting risks and having anxieties, of course. And then I am social, more focused on collaboration. And then under the social is the self-preservation. So looking at resource management, that makes a lot of sense. And then the sort of more visionary, risk-taking pioneer, and all of them seem to be decently well balanced. As far as I can tell, I don't have a very good sample size. So please, the 4 people who watch this, be my sample size, and we'll figure it out together. Because apparently I'm the social type. So yeah, let's get to being social. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, which was great. Nice little short one today. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, wherever that day may find you. Even if that day finds you as part of a rowing team, I don't know. Get out there, find your group of 3 other people, and make it happen.